What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I am back with an all-new review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm saying this right now: the messiness and the shadiness that was presented in this past episode had me in tears. Particularly, the only shade I was happy about is Melody. Melody ain't playing with you hoes. She ain't playing with y'all. All right. So let's get into it. Melody is showing her property preservation class. Her property preservation business is still growing. She has made over 800 entrepreneurs, and they've developed an in-person training, which I believe is very good. I believe it's very successful and very smart, where people can get an in-person look on what to inspect when they're in property preservation. And while she's doing an in-person class, she's also on Zoom with other people all around the world who takes her classes. I'm very proud of Mel. And this is the thing. Y'all realize that out of all these years of Love and Marriage Huntsville has been on, who has been the only one promoting their businesses that they came on the show with and have continued to have since the show aired? Who has done that? Melody. Melody is the only one who still uses the business she came on the show with, along with creating other businesses. Everybody else don't follow that same pattern. Everybody else is not on that same wavelength. That's why she keeps on elevating. That's why she keeps on being a success. Because everybody else don't navigate how to actually properly market their business on this show. The Scots, I'm talking about, majority. That's really funny. Anyway, so while the class is going on, she decided to call Sunny because Sunny is also in construction. She's also in real estate. She flips homes. I've seen Sunny's work. I've seen the homes she's made and have put on the market. I'm happy she's bringing her along. So just a call to see what's up with her. Talks about the property preservation class. How I know you all about flipping homes and doing real estate and everything. Yeah, because Moses and Sunny are still planning to move out here to Huntsville. Now we all know they're moving out here to Huntsville because they're going to be on the show. This has nothing to do with Destiny. I don't care what nobody on the cast says. Destiny is not that important, okay? And already talking about moving down to Huntsville, or as far as like buying property in Huntsville, because she was working with them last year talking about buying property in Huntsville. And I don't know why people like to act dumb, as if there isn't another possibility of her moving down to Huntsville. So, of course, hearing this, Melody was like, okay, you're moving down here to Huntsville. Do you have close friends here? Do you have close family members here? What's the particular reason why you're moving down here? I get it. Huntsville has been growing. Huntsville has been another place that people want to move into. She gets that part. She just hopes they're not being petty. Now, listen, it's just her coming up with that opinion because she is aware of the situation. She is aware how the situation can make someone else feel. Other than that, she ain't got no problem. This isn't her problem to take on, and she gonna move on. Now, Kimmy's having the tasting event that she did invite Sunny and Moses on to. And Kim is reminding Sunny about Kimmy's tasting event. And Sunny says she won't be able to go. But Melody has a surprise that she wants to announce to everybody at the event. But if Sunny is not coming, she'll let her know about it later. Moving on. Small scene with Nell and Chris. They're talking about their latest therapy session with Dr. Francis. Nell was completely mad that everybody blamed her for their problems. It's not only blaming you, Nell, it's the fact that they're looking at your behavior, because you've been complaining this entire time that you're mad that you always have to give your kids money when they ask for it, and you get mad when they don't pay you back when you want them to pay you back, because you did not establish those boundaries to your children to let them know, if I give you this money, I'm going to expect a return. And they also called you out with the way you talk to them. Actually, the way you talk at them. You don't listen to them. If they're coming to you for advice, not always for money, you be so quick to tell them what they're doing is wrong. You be so quick to shoot down their confidence. So that's why they go to Chris. That's why. But while she's hearing from the session, she needs to listen. She needs to learn how to get, have a better calm demeanor, not go from 0 to 100 so fast. She's listening to what she needs to learn and what she needs to be better at, but she's still mad that the entire therapy session was made to be about her. Because you were mad, Nell. I said this to you already in my latest reviews. You're mad, you're projecting your guilt that you did not teach your kids financial responsibility. I'm moving on. That was it. So then we get to the tasting. Kim and Maurice are hosting a tasting, I think for a chef who wants to work for their mom and pop restaurant that they bought a couple of years ago. So she's putting her bid in to be one of the chefs to be considered for the mom and pop restaurant. I also want to point out that in the confessional that Kimmy had with this green dress on and this long wavy hair, she didn't look happy to me. She looked it down. She looked it depressed. I don't know if it was her being uncomfortable with what she had on or the questioning, but Kimmy was not looking upbeat to discuss the event because they talked about who they invited. They did not invite Martell. They were smart. And she did invite Martell and Moses. Haven't heard any confirmation if they can come, didn't come, if they could come or not come. Then Destiny didn't hear word from her. So maybe if they don't come, it wouldn't make things awkward. But y'all made it awkward anyway when y'all made them a topic of conversation later. Anyway, Melody comes in. I love this three-piece gold outfit she had on, showing the girl, showing that stomach. I said, yes, Mel, you look fabulous. So she lets Kimmy know that she wants to announce a surprise once everybody comes inside. Kimmy wants to know the surprise. She said, I'm not going to tell you till everybody gets here. That's the surprise. Tisha comes in, and Maurice just had to out Tisha to ask, is she going to be good? Is there going to be a truce? She's like, no, Maurice, why would they want to be good? What are you talking about? Well, the last time you were around all the ladies, you got a little bit turned. You got a little bit drunk. And you acted like an ass at Nell's party. So they flashed it back because Maurice just want to know, you're about to be around a whole bunch of other females. Is you going to be able to hold your liquor at this event? And she said, no, I'm all good. I'm all good. You know, we're all going to be about communicating, right, Mel? We're going to be about communicating. And I'm like, okay, Tisha, got it. So Melody all smiling. She said, okay, well, you want to be on some communication shit. Let's talk about why I decided to tell my students at my property preservation class to go check out Black. Y'all can get something to eat. Y'all can check out Black, see if y'all like it. But they informed me that Black was closed. Why is Black closed? Silence. The music just ends. And Tisha deflects. She said, oh, so you mean your students or your millimeters? And Melly said, it doesn't matter who they were. I told people that I was teaching, whether they were my fans or they were regular people who want to know about property preservation. I told them to go check out Black to give you some people for your business, and they told me it was closed. The topic of this discussion is, why is Black closed? Stop deflecting, Tisha. This is shit I can't stand with Marceau and Tisha. Whenever they are asked about what's going on in their business, they get defensive. Why? Why do y'all get defensive of what's going on in y'all lives? We're not stupid. Everybody has been aware of what y'all been trying to hide on the show. So why won't y'all just keep it a buck and admit that y'all going through some shit? Like, y'all not perfect. I can't stand that shit. I really can't. And I don't know why you would expect for nobody else to bring it up. Why? Because y'all had one scene to discuss that it was closed, but you don't expect for the cast to ask why it's closed? Fuck out of here. So again, why is it closed? Kimmy's, what's her name? Tisha. Tisha in the background laughing, trying to make it, it's about the city. It's about them being Black. It's like, girl, pipe down. That is not it. Marceau, no, he can't lie to Mel. He's not going to ever not talk to Mel and let Mel know what's going on because he always wants to talk to Mel. And, you know, he was like, there's this use tax things going on saying that I did not pay them and da-da-da-da. Now, Melody was wondering, like, what? Use tax? Wait, hold up. Because the city shut y'all down, but what was the list of the reasons? Like, why would they just do it? So, yeah, like I said, he mentioned the use tax of the furniture that he said he bought from Amazon and Wayfair, but that he did not report it or something. It's still confusing. It's not clear. So Melly's in the confessional saying, oh my God, all these issues. I have never experienced any of these problems when it comes to my business. And it's always something. It's always a long explanation or a not so truthful explanation when it comes to business when you're asking Marceau. Because Marceau makes it difficult for him to explain his business. It makes it difficult for him to even do his business because he don't know how to run a business. But so when the food comes out, the food looks nice. They're eating. Nell being messy, bringing up Destiny in the situation because she's not here, but let's talk about it. Trish mentioned she's trained her. Kimmy saying, I didn't invite her. I haven't heard any confirmation. So wondering how has Destiny been doing. Destiny is fine, but she got some choice words for other people. Tisha instantly throws Kimmy under the bus by painting her out to be one of the ops. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really Destiny's friend because she's been talking to Sonny and Moses, and she's spoken to Sonny and Moses, and she also invited Sonny and Moses to the event. And it's like, damn, Tisha. First, you were about to lose your shit about not trying to mess up your relationship with Kimmy when y'all wanted to work together again. And here you are trying to drive a wedge between her and Destiny. Really, really, Tisha? Because, like, even though Millie knew that Sonny wasn't coming, but I am tired of y'all being afraid of Destiny, or you y'all can't just keep it a buck with Destiny and tell her, you know, I ain't got no issues with Sonny and Moses. They didn't do nothing to me, but I know they did something to you, but I'm not gonna just write off somebody because of what they did to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I'm getting tired of Destiny believing she has the ability to tell other grown-ass people who they can and cannot talk to. You know what I'm saying? It's a different feeling when it comes to the Melly and Martell situation, because I know they've had a history with both of them. But for Destiny, who the fuck is she? I'm sorry. But Kimmy, again, is expressing that Sonny was there for her and her production team when she was going through her cancer. How she prayed for her, she supported her, she called her. Like, she put a whole bunch of emphasis on how Sonny was there for her. But then when it came down to the situation with Destiny and Moses, they're all looking as if Sonny is a man stealer and they should be wary of their men. But it's like, first of all, y'all already had that conversation because both you and Tisha were afraid she might take y'all man. But trust me, she's seen the way y'all men have treated y'all, and she don't want y'all man. Trust me, nobody, not one woman wants the man that y'all have been married to. Keep it a buck, please. No, Mel, she wasn't engaging in this conversation. She ain't said nothing. She was there silent and just watching them talk about this. And I do believe that it's a slap in the face to Mel because of how you guys are so against Sonny and Moses, but y'all weren't talking about it when it came to her and Martell. Not kept on saying, oh, I know Martell did this, but Mar and Melody also did this. Y'all have always tried to pit Melody and Martell against each other as if they have been the ones that have been involved in this toxic battle this entire time, knowing that Martell's been doing the most. But I really cannot. So Kimmy is talking about she doesn't have a problem with people getting involved with someone else, getting involved in a new relationship. It's not an issue, but make sure you finish one relationship before you get involved in another. As soon as Kimmy said that, Stormy made a quick glance at Trish, outing Trish that she did not get involved with Ken. Later, after Marquez moved out, she got involved with Ken while she was still married to Marquez. They were still involved in one another while living in the same house. And it's like, really, Stormy? It's lead out your friend out. You sure you friends with Trish? You sure she can trust you? Because you just felt like, oh my God, girl, you busted. It's like, damn. That's how it felt to me, seeing the way that Stormy just made a quick glance at Trish. So now they're wondering who is to blame in this situation. Do you blame Moses? Do you blame Sonny? Everybody blames Moses. Even though I blame Moses too, I feel like Moses should have been more clear when he first felt like the relationship wasn't going anywhere. But I also want to point out that Destiny have always looked at their relationship as a bit of a gray area. They have never been completely off. But since he did not completely made it clear, she probably just allowed for it to still be for what it was. But again, I do blame Moses. I said it because they have known each other the longest. He do owe her that loyalty to let her know this relationship isn't working. I agree with that. But they are really trying to call out Sonny's lies that both her and Destiny were not as friends as they were, because it was her job as a producer to become familiar with you, to get to know you, to get involved in your life so she can help you produce a storyline for the show. And they felt like, well, that's not true because they hung out outside the show. They've done this outside the show. But I am in agreement of Sonny. Do Destiny knows Sonny? Do she knows her aspirations? Does she know her dreams? Does she know her likes, her dislikes, her favorite color, her favorite food? Do she know these things? If Destiny can let me know exactly one thing about Sonny that she told her, then I'm going to be like, okay, Sonny, you downplayed it. But then if Destiny can't come up with anything about Sonny, then it's like, Destiny, you attach yourself too quickly to Sonny. That's how I'm going to say. That is my opinion. So they're on the defense of saying Team Destiny and how they don't believe that Sonny and Moses stories are aligning with Destiny's, even though Sonny and Moses' story match because they've rehearsed it. And it's like, you would know by rehearsing, Tisha, because you repeat every line that Marcel wants you to repeat as well. But I don't know why they're making it seem as if Destiny's a victim when she's not a victim. Tisha's talking about why does Sunny has all this heat for Destiny. He took her man. He took her ex. Yes, her ex. That she was not even around all the time. And ex meaning that's not her man anymore. He can date whoever the fuck he wanted to date. And I agree. The situation's a bit funny. How they got together was wrong. But it doesn't matter. They're married. We got to move on. And as far as having heat for Destiny, Destiny has all this heat for Sunny. She's been talking about her, continuously talking about her. If you go to any one of her mental health Mondays with her fake therapist, she's always talking about her. She's mentioned how they got married. She's mentioning how unprofessional Sunny was. She blamed Sunny for how she acted the last season, which is not even Sunny's fault. It's Destiny's fault. That's what I'm talking about. Destiny's not authentic. She's not real. So you can miss me with this shit. Then we get to Chris showing them a house. They're like, oh my God, they're throwing more salt on the wound. Oh my God, why would they move to Huntsville? Because you guys are aware they're going to be involved in this show. So you guys are really acting like y'all know they're going to be involved in this show. Why wouldn't they move to Huntsville? Now, at the same time of hearing all of this, Melly is not here for the conversation about Sunny and Moses when they're not here to defend themselves. She's really surprised at Kimmy engaging in this conversation when you just said how she was supportive of you. She was the only one that was there for you. And here you are jumping on the bandwagon and everybody else is disdain for the situation. Yeah, that ain't cool. So Melly wanted to change the subject of talking about Ken and Trish, how they were modeled at Stormy's event. She was nervous. I did not understand how they wanted to act lost and confused as knowing Ken is not Trish's husband when y'all got that information in those party. So why y'all acting confused about the information? Y'all know why. Yes, she's still married. She needs to get the divorce going. Y'all knew that. I don't understand. So once we get into that, we segue into Marceau and Marquez having their conversation at Black. Trish said, oh yeah, I'm aware of the conversation. He said you told him some things that hurt his feelings. Marceau is good for that. And I love the fact that Melly was pressuring Marceau to discuss it because you the one who is interrogating everybody else. How about we interrogate you and what you know? So he talks about blending families and that he believes that Marquez owes Ken a thank you because Ken was there for him. Ken was there for his children when he wasn't around. And and Marceau confided in Marquez. Sorry, these M's. Marquez confided into Marceau about how he felt that Trish and Kim might have gotten involved with each other before he left the house. They have denied it. They said they did not get involved with one another. They didn't even talk to one another. There was a time where they first met. He ran out of the gym. And just the questions, what year was it? They keep on saying 2016, 2015, something like that. How long they known each other? That wasn't a hard question for them to answer, but they made it hard, making them like they're a bunch of liars. And if this was around 2016, 2019, then it was 5 years, the same time that Marquez believed that they were involved with one another before they became a real relationship. But they only spoke on social media. They never spoken to one another. They've never had any type of interactions. It's never been anything but a conversation. And of course, Melly is listening. She could see there's probably was some innocence in there. But the more they talk, the more they have showcased that they're lying. And that's when Melody comes in and say, you know what, let me tell y'all, folks don't believe that men and women can have a platonic conversation. They can have innocent conversations and nothing happens because they can't do it, which is true. Men and women can have innocent conversations. That does not have to be sexual. That doesn't have to be inappropriate. That doesn't have to mean anything else. That is true. And I find it funny that Marceau thinks he can come across as this faithful husband when we're not really clear on this ass photo he received. And how he hearted it, he commented on it. We're not clear on that. So I don't think Marceau is the type of person who can answer or he can give advice on what not to do, being a faithful husband when it's still a bit of a not really a believing thing. You know what I'm saying? And there were times, you know what I'm saying, that when Marquez and Trish were, I guess, getting back together, figuring things out, Ken and Trish would stop talking. So it is the truth. Y'all were having maybe an emotional affair while she was still married to Marquez, and y'all paused things for a minute until the separation came out and you guys are moving forward. But keep it a buck though. That's my thing. I feel like Trish wouldn't look so tensed up and twisted and having her eyes shut for a long period of time, like her eyes are glued together, if she just came out with, I did mess around with Ken when I was still married. And I am still married, but I'm separated from my husband. I want a divorce and I want to move forward with him. I did. Like, if she just admitted to it and maybe admitted to how she doesn't see herself getting married again, she just preferred to be in a long-time commitment with somebody until she gets some help, then she won't feel so uneasy. Her stories will match up. She won't feel like she has to, get tensed up and answering hard questions if she just admits things about herself. Like, get it out before someone else exposes your real story. You know what I'm saying? And Marcel and Tisha, they're in the confessional, feeling appalled and surprised that Melody is defending Ken and Trish for having conversations while Trish is still married. And Tisha want to say maybe Martell wasn't lying when Melody was talking to other men in their marriage. I want y'all to have that same energy when Martell ends up spraying y'all asses. I want y'all to say he wasn't lying then. Because why would y'all even mention Mel in the situation? Why would y'all even want to mention Melly and Martell? Y'all are stuck and obsessed. That's what it feels like to me. Because how can y'all believe everything that Martell said about Mel, but when it comes to the things he said about everybody else, he's lying? When there never been nothing proven from what has been said about Mel. Nothing was proven. And if you're talking about the time where she left the home and got involved with someone else, yeah, she already admitted that. And she left the house. Key words, she left the house, got her own place, was moving forward with not being with him. Dated, did her thing with being separated from him. I'm confused. It's like Tisha and Marcel are a bunch of hypocrites and a bunch of fucking liars. I ain't got time for it. So they've enjoyed the food. They enjoyed the presentation. Now Melody wants to present her surprise. And she's talking about how we as ladies are trying to be supportive, trying to move forward with this friend group. And I believe we deserve to go on a trip. So she's inviting all the ladies on a trip. She has this gimmick of a bottle with a message in it. And before she can even express or explain the trip, Kimmy opens and finds out it's the St. Thomas. She was so excited. She's jumping around. It's probably been a long time since Kimmy been anywhere because she's just been stuck in the house hunching on her husband, knowing she didn't want to. So now she's excited. She can go out, be free of him, and ain't got to worry about having sex with him because she don't feel like it. I love it. So everybody's happy. She did invite Trish. Trish is now being integrated into the group. She wants her to come. And Tisha, I already see her wheels turning. She says, so we can invite anybody. It's an open invite. She said, yeah, I don't care. Cool. But we know she's going to invite Destiny. And I don't care what Tisha's reasoning is. She wants to embarrass Mel. She wants to be messy and hurt Mel by inviting Destiny. Because Melody is in a confessional. Not sure who Tisha plans to invite. But as long as she's aware of the fact that, whoever you invite, be prepared to be cramped up in a room depending on how much space I have left. Because she is going to invite Sunny, and she's going to let Sunny know how these ladies are not really feeling her. So we get to Tisha, Kimmy, and Destiny. They all hang out. Tisha is, again, throwing Kimmy under the bus about inviting Sunny and Moses to tasting and also going out on a double date with Sunny and Moses. And how she didn't tell Destiny, and also she wanted to tell Destiny herself before she heard from anybody else. But even if she wanted to let her know, Tisha couldn't wait to throw Kimmy out there. She couldn't wait to place Kimmy out to be someone that's not to be trusted. Like, Tisha, you are a Danish person to want to be a friend because you see yourself in a competition with other women, and you want to showcase how you're more of a friend to someone. So you want to make stuff up, instigate a problem with another person so it can showcase how you're more of a friend, you're defending her, you're her guard dog, you're her mouthpiece, but you don't have to. You don't have to be the guard dog. You don't have to be the mouthpiece. You can defend your friend. There's nothing wrong with that, but you don't have to create problems in order for you to be seen as you defending her, because you're creating problems that you don't need to create. So Destiny is aware that Sunny and Moses are moving. She don't like it. I don't care. And then why didn't she show up to the tasting? She said she had a date. Who's the date? When did you decide to date again? This is the shit we don't get from Destiny. She does not talk about her life. She gives nothing in scenes. She is Eeyore, full of pain and misery and just pure doubtfulness. Just, oh my God. It's a gray cloud full of just pain and misery. That's exactly what Destiny is. And of course, wondering how did you feel? Tisha thought that you might have felt the way about Sunny and Moses coming. She said, nobody's like run me out of my friend group. This is not your friend group. And I don't believe that you're really friends with these ladies. Because Again, Destiny, I have not heard anything from these ladies of what you've done for them in their friendship. I've only heard what people have done for you in involving them in your friendship. You know how to reciprocate, how to be a friend. But you expect for everybody to be your friend, but you don't know how to be a friend to others. Good night and goodbye. You do not express yourself in this friend group. Tisha's annoying me. She's reading too much in the situation with Sunny, making it seem as if Sunny's trying to take her friends. How can you take a friend? You can't take friends. Friends are not owned by anybody. Friends are not to be bought by anybody. If you can open up and be cordial with somebody, that's fine. And if you want to engage in a friendship with someone else, then you're going to have to get out of your own insecurities of how people can have more than one friend. Grow up, Tisha. And Kimmy, you so fucking two-faced. Why can't you just admit you don't have a problem with Sunny? You have got to know her and Moses differently, but you don't want to do that because you want a piece of Destiny. You want a piece to her feelings and want to make it seem as if Sunny came out the blue calling you. You were confused as to why she called you. You didn't know why she called you. It's a bunch of foolishness. It's a bunch of bullshit. You are using too many words to plead your case that while I'm Team Destiny, I did hear her out just so I can hear her out, but I'm not her friend, but I'm not hating on her, I'm not cussing her out. You guys are treating her as if she is an untrustworthy person. Off of what? Off of what? The situation that happened between her and Moses was not as the way that Destiny described it. They were broken up months before Sunny and Moses got together. So Moses was doing him, out dating other people as he should, being single. Sunny was not thinking about him. Like, y'all really pissing me off with this shit. You're full of fucking shit. Because it's crazy. You can give so much emphasis on how she was there for you, how she supported you, she prayed for you. She was the last face you saw before you went in your procedure. It's crazy to me. You guys really want to paint her this evil person. She's not an evil person. That's all you guys are looking her as. But why aren't y'all giving that same energy as how evil Martell is? I don't see nothing redeeming about Martell. But y'all don't even see that in Martell. You see him as the good guy, Kimmy. You see him as he just made a bad mistake. You're not even using that same to Sunny. She didn't do nothing to you. She didn't do nothing to Tisha. She didn't do nothing to Stormy. She didn't do nothing to Trish. She didn't do nothing to y'all. But y'all still want to make it seem as if she is this horrible, evil person. That energy should be towards Martell, not her. I cannot. And Destiny want to talk about how they keep dragging on. Y'all live your life. Leave me alone. That's the thing though, Destiny. They don't talk about you. They don't. Even if the interviews I've seen, they don't talk about you. They talk about them. In interviews, we hear what they have going on. We hear about their businesses. Whenever someone interviews you, you don't talk about your business. You talk about how certain things have made you feel. You bring up Melody. You bring up Sonya Moses. You do not talk about you. You don't bring up LeBaron. You don't bring up anything that's happening in your life. So you can really miss me. You're dragging this out. And Kimmy, the way you just announced how you're Team how you're Team Destiny and you're on her side about everything, it just lets me know the reason why you guys don't know who to believe is because you're only hearing Destiny. You guys don't know Moses. For someone to be such good friends with Destiny, how come y'all did not know this about her? How could y'all not have realized she was in this relationship with Moses? I need to know. Have any of y'all have had any one-on-one, any double dates, any triple dates with Destiny and Moses, and FaceTime do not count? Were y'all aware of their relationship when she was dating him? Did he come around? Did he speak to one of y'all? Have y'all gotten to know him? Have y'all taken trips together? How much did you guys really know about Moses other than what Destiny have told y'all? I just really want to know. I really want to know. So that pissed me off as well. But then Destiny wanted to get the heat off of her. Destiny's in the confessional. I hate this outfit. Change her outfit, please. She's talking about she's happy that her friend's saying she got her back, but she wished that they didn't hang out with Sunny Moses and she don't like it. Girl, if you don't like it, get the fuck off the show. Get out the show. But don't forget, they're the reason why you're here. If it wasn't for them, you would not be here. And you are failing miserably as showcasing your comeback on this show. Everybody really much is on Sunny Moses' side of them being here because they're coming out with more of a story than you are. So then we get to Martell and Trish. So Destiny is tired of having this conversation. She wants to now bring up Martell because she's still mad about Martell showing them a house. I don't know why Kimmy wanted to act confused as if she didn't know. and mentioned how him and Trish, they might have had something going on because Martell sent a DM out to Trish. She went to his house a couple of times. Tisha and Kimmy, whoa. Just seeing how Kimmy and Tisha were excited about this information. Y'all some nosy ass bitches. Y'all have nothing going on in y'all lives. And y'all are in misery. You guys get your rocks off by talking about other people's situations. But when people mention your situation, you get offended. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. So then we get to the trip that Tisha's going to invite Destiny on. Destiny is not sure because you sure Melody's okay with that? Well, I mean, she's inviting her single friends. You're involved in this group. Okay, Tisha. Keep it a buck and admit why you bringing her on this trip. And I do think that Tisha wants to hurt Mel. Hearing that information about Trish and Martell, she wants to hurt Mel. Bringing Destiny on this trip, she wants to hurt Mel. Yeah, I ain't got time for y'all. Y'all some hypocrisy bitches in this scene. They are gonna set up to question Trish at this trip. And again, Tisha, this is not Destiny's group. She did not create this group. Kimmy want her to come, mention how they've always had trips that did not always turn out well. But in the end, there were some resolve. You're fucking lying. There have not been a nice trip neither one of y'all have taken. I don't give a shit. But, and again, it's just going to end up in a bunch of mess and foolishness. I'm moving on from that. So we end off with Mel and Sunny. They're going to a boutique to look at some swimsuits, some cute outfits. And I love the banter that she had with the other saleswoman. I love Melody's all white outfit. It was beautiful. Sunny comes in. Yeah, I know Sunny is comfortable, but she is going through IVF. So, of course, her weight and the hormones are really affecting her. But I do want Sunny to dress up regular. I get it. She's a comfortable, laid back type of person. But if you show up and show out, these bitches will be quiet. Because they're just really coming at you like you are the scum of the fucking earth. And I don't like it. But I did love her new confessional look. It's very professional. It's very simple. And Melody wanted to have this time to let her know the ladies are not feeling her. At the tasting, they had a lot to say about you. But I wanted to give you a heads up. Along with inviting you on this trip. And if you do decide to come, I want you to be aware of what's been going on and what's been said. So, because I want to pull you to the side and give you the courtesy of letting you know what's going on. Because nobody did the same thing to me. Because I don't want to walk in and I am thrown into something I'm not aware of. I'm thrown into situations I didn't even know there were situations about. So, mentioning having a good time with Kimmy. And Kimmy being her and things on a cool note. She said, really? You ended things on a cool note when you met out with Kimmy? Yeah. Okay, see, this is the thing. Now, Kimmy was announcing how you were there for her. How you were supporting her and everything. But then she kind of jumped on the bandwagon. And engaging and giving her comments on the situation and everybody else's dislike for the situation. So it is a bit confusing. You know what I'm saying? And then you moving to Huntsville. They all had something to say about that. Stormy had something to say about it. Tisha saying you throwing salt in the wound. And Melody was like, but y'all really thinking the world revolves around Destiny? The world does not revolve around Destiny. Like, I don't know what y'all want to expect from them. Yeah, they're going to be around. And it is triggering for Mel for how they can, have such a separation of who to like, who to not like when they didn't do that for her situation with Martell. But listen, you know what I'm saying? Sunny was like, maybe they had to do it because they are her friends. So they have to defend her. Well, they can defend her, but I'm not friends with Destiny. So I don't give a shit what you say and I don't care. In Melody's confessional, she don't believe there's only one person at fault. She believes that two people are at fault. She can hear Kimmy and Tisha's feelings and understanding about it, but it's also a bunch of hypocrisy in this situation. And Melody is not wrong. And she explained it perfectly. She feels like the women are triggered because they can't put a face to what their men are doing. And it looks like you took him from her. So now they're projecting on what they might be weary of and in fear of if anything was to occur in their situation. So since they don't have the opportunity for what's going on in their lives, they want to jump on you and they want to come at you how it's wrong of you. And that's how it's looking. And I agree with Mel. And Sunny said, yeah, it's definitely looking like that, but I don't see how they could feel away about it. The only person who could feel away about, the way me and my husband got involved was you, which is Melody. And Melody is like, it's funny you mentioned that because, they have so much opinions about the situation between you and Moses and Destiny. But They didn't feel that way about the situation that I was in. And then come to find out that Moses and Destiny were not married. They did not have any children together. They were not engaged. They did not have a 15-year relationship like I did. So what is it you guys are really coming at her for? And I'm not counting the on and off, because in that on and off, Moses was in a committed relationship and so was Destiny. So y'all can't use what was done to Destiny as such a hurtful thing if y'all not even going to see how hurtful it was for Melody to be in that situation. And then she called out Kimmy, how Kimmy did not want to call the peasant a side chick. I'm not going to call her a side chick. I'm not going to do that. And how, Melody didn't even agree with Kimmy, saying he was such a good guy in the midst of all of this. And I love the flashback that they did. Oh my God, I loved it. The proper flashback to call out Kimmy and her pick-me-ness. Kimmy. Oh, Kimmy. I loved it because it was around season 2 when Melody and Martell were getting to a better place. And he's saying, I'm happy, she's happy, we are taking things better, we're moving forward. And Kimmy was like, yeah, I'm happy, y'all happy, but so-and-so is not happy. And Martell got defensive. He said, yeah, she's a side chick. Don't call her, don't bring her name. Martell, I'm not going to call her a side chick. I'm not going to do that. But that's who she was, Kimmy. She was a side chick. What are you talking about? And then she's talking about this high-pitched voice, this coddling, enabling behavior she does by saying, you're such a nice guy, Martell. Maybe you're too nice, and that's why you get into trouble. Why do you do that, Kimmy? He's a grown-ass man who made a horrible mistake, and you guys did not call him out for that mistake. You guys did not tell him he was wrong. None of y'all did. And Kimmy, to this day, still don't want to call out how Martell's a bad guy. She still want to say he's a good guy. Because then we get to another scene where this is when Melody tells her he's having another baby. Did I tell you he's having a baby? And she was like, what? I was trying to convince myself that wasn't true. Why would you need to convince yourself that a man who was just caught for cheating, it is now being revealed he's about to have another baby with said mistress, and you had to convince yourself that it wasn't true? How could you need to convince yourself? It wasn't you. It was Melody. Melody was when I was married to him. Why do you need to convince yourself that this man was not the scumbag he was? He wasn't the ain't shit ass nigga he was. He was a horrible man. Why, Kimmy? Why? And then, knowing that Melody did have a reason to look at her funny, like he's such a good guy, right? So she wants to piggyback off by saying, I'm not going to say I shouldn't have said that because I believed in that moment. I still believe it now. I'm not going to not say he's not a good guy. You know what, Kimmy? Go ahead and go off on the ditch. Go ahead and fall off the cliff. Do that, please. So it is a big slap in the face to Mel. They have had years of friendships. They've had dinners at each other's homes. They took vacations with one another. They grew with one another. And y'all have established a real relationship with each other. But y'all did not understand how this have happened to her. How y'all were aware of the situation. Y'all didn't let me know the situation. Y'all was not on my side. Y'all was not there for me. And all the things he has continuously done to me. Y'all don't call him out when he does wrong. Y'all don't say, I'm Team Male. That's not cool. Because what are their opinions and feelings about the revenge piece situation? What are theirs? What are their situations of seeing how the peasant have been talking shit and have been explaining and exposing everything about it? What about it? What do y'all really feel? Because I feel like y'all just stopped about how she got Martell arrested and just looked at her funny as if she didn't have a reason to be arrested, even though he was convicted of what he was doing. Make it make sense for me. Y'all want to still support him. Y'all want to still give him, big ups, want him to do right, want him to do good. But y'all, it's fuck me and my feelings. And y'all going rah, rah, rah on a person who was not married, not engaged, didn't have any kids. I have 4 kids with this fool. I had a 14-year marriage with this fool. And y'all going off on Destiny who only had a year relationship with this. You know what? It is crazy. And she is disappointed. She is upset that Tisha and Kimmy are still friends with Martell and Destiny, knowing what they've done to her. And despite y'all have known each other for years, I'm not on that level to just forgive things for old time's sake and move on. I'm not going to forgive. Because they're not going to take accountability for what they've done, and they're not going to admit that they've done some wrong things to me. If y'all not going to admit and call them out on the wrong things they've done to me, I'm not on that level. No, ma'am. I'm not on that level. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because y'all don't want to keep things cool. Y'all don't want to call out the things that are wrong, but y'all want to call out things that Melody have done wrong. Hell no. So in the end, Melody did look cute in that floral swimsuit she picked out. And Sunny, she wore this little cover up, not trying to show too much. And Melody has a lot in this group. And going off on girl code, she said, can't nobody talk to me about no girl code in this group. Not near one of y'all can mention girl code to me. Y'all can kiss my ass. Okay? You guys don't know how to have the proper integrity of girl code. And it ends off from there. And I was with Mel this entire scene. She read everything clear as day. Because how is it that Destiny can expect loyalty from y'all, but y'all made Mel out to be the bad guy for wanting y'all to showcase the same loyalty to her? I don't have time. So in the next episode, which premiered last night that I have to review, we're going to find some more problems. We're going to see some more issues. And Kimmy and Tisha are going to be upset about their rooms. And I don't give a shit. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video. And I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.